Tyler Cameron said he only had $200 to his name when dating Gigi Hadid. Who is on the wedding list for Dean and Caelynn? And what are our thoughts of Charity becoming the next Bachelorette? Hey guys, and welcome back to Shared News. We're going to be breaking down the biggest Bachelor Nation headlines of the week. But before we do that, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new here. I'm your host, Zachary Reality, with Kayla G. Kayla, how are you doing? Happy Friday.
Thank you. Happy Friday. It's St. Patrick's today, right? So I chose the green, trying to represent. Are you going to get pinched? I don't see any green on you.
I will be wearing green later. Don't you worry. I'll send you a selfie.
Sounds great.
I'm always down to be festive, especially on St. Patrick's Day. That's one of my favorite holidays because the red hair.
Oh yeah, love it. See, I'm only red because I'm a fake red, but I lean in.
I thought you were a real red.
No, I'm brunette. I just dye my hair red. It was a pandemic crisis type vibe, and I just kept going.
You had me fooled this whole time, and that's why I thought we were close, because of the red hair. But now I'm questioning things.
I know. Even in the comments, someone says, like, are you guys brother and sister? And I was like, it's the red hair. That's the only thing. But no, we are friends. We are not related.
Well, let them keep guessing.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so the first headline of the week is Tyler Cameron saying he only had $200 to his name when dating supermodel Gigi Hadid. Tyler was on Jason Tarticks' podcast, Trading Secrets, and talked about dating Gigi right after Hannah Brown's season of The Bachelorette. We know Tyler was the runner-up. And he said, when you go on a date with Gigi and you only have $200 to your name, how do you pay for it? I be going on dates. This is my early days of living in New York City. I'm living on Matt James's beanbag. I have no money, but I'm like the happiest I ever been because the world is wide open to me in New York City. I can do whatever I want. And Tyler also recalled his dad giving him some money in the bathroom so that he had enough to pay for the date. Now, this was kind of shocking to me because Tyler was modeling before the show. He was a model at the time. Like, this just shows that sometimes, even if you have some fame, it doesn't really mean you have money to back it up.
Yeah, especially like when he was dating Gigi. That was like his peak. He was right off Hannah Brown's season, and the headlines wouldn't stop talking about him. So it's really surprising. Like, even like maybe like influencer deals that he could have gotten. I know he has a lot of followers. So yeah, I'm very surprised to hear that he was worried about paying for dates for Gigi. But do you think maybe Gigi liked it? It was maybe like a breath of fresh air, something a little different she's not used to. She before was a One Direction guy.
Yeah, Zayn. I don't think she knew. I don't think that she knew he didn't have that much money. That's why he said, like, on the podcast, he went to the bathroom to ask for more money. I think he was being, not a poser, but I think he was just trying to like present his best self to Gigi, which is probably one of the reasons maybe it didn't last. But also, like, yeah, he had a lot of followers, but sometimes, Kayla, those influencer, campaigns take 30 days to pay you, 60 days to pay you, 90 days to pay you.
That's true. So I didn't think about that.
Maybe he had money on the way, but it just wasn't coming. But at least his dad was able to hook him up. And I don't know, life tip, always make sure you got some money in your savings, just in case.
For real. And if I was a dad to someone and my kid could go out with Gigi, I would definitely give them money.
Yeah, you have to. That's so embarrassing.
Yeah, you gotta help someone out.
I mean, Gigi also could have just paid for it, but obviously she probably didn't know. But yeah, save your money, think wisely, and, don't fumble the bag when it's Gigi Hadid. Any final thoughts?
For real. Yeah, you never know when you're going to go on a date with a supermodel around the corner, so be prepared.
Be prepared at all times for when a supermodel wants to go out with you. You never know. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Caelynn and Dean. Now, they are getting married this year, and they have revealed 6 Bachelor Nation stars invited to their wedding. What a short list. So they have Ashley and Jared, Ben Higgins, and his wife, but she's Jess. She's not counting in the 6. Hannah Ann and her fiance, Becca Tilly, and Wells. So we have Ashley, Jared, Ben, Hannah Ann, Becca, and Wells. Those are the 6, and then there's significant others. So it seems like it's going to be a pretty small wedding, which doesn't surprise me because I feel like Caelynn and Dean, even though they do these extravagant adventures, they do seem pretty simple when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Same. And that's definitely like an inner circle of the names you just said. I feel like they all like were in Bachelor in Paradise together or were in some type of season together. So it doesn't surprise me that group. And you mentioned Jess, but I'm curious if Becca Tilly will bring Haley Kiyoko. I would love that.
Yeah,
They're my
yeah.
favorite Bachelor Nation couple right now. They're just so much fun.
Well, Haley will definitely be there. She was on the list, but she wasn't a
Okay,
part of
good.
like the six. So
All
tight,
right,
tight
good,
knit
good. I
group.
just needed to make sure.
I know we're
Sorry, we
planning
keep
on
going over
crashing a
each other. I'll
bachelor
stop.
wedding this year, but I don't think we're gonna be able to crash this one. I think we have a better shot at crashing Hannah G and Dylan's because that one will be a lot bigger.
Yeah. What about Beck and Thomas? I feel like they'll have a decent size. Do you know anything about that? I feel like we could maybe
I don't think
sneak
they're gonna
in.
get married this. We could sneak in. I don't think they're gonna get married this year. I think they're like 2024, but we'll try.
Gotcha. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, one wedding crashing at a time. I think Hannah G and Dylan's will have on our radar, and we'll make sure to sneak into
Yeah.
that one when it gets closer. But I think that's in the summer, in August. So we have a few months' time.
Yeah. And we know she's probably going to have more
Okay.
than one wedding dress, right? So maybe like while she's changing, that'll be our time to like just slide in there.
Yeah. Or maybe we could figure out if we can like be someone's plus one or like pretend we're someone's plus one.
Ooh.
We need to think about this.
Yeah, I
Let
could
us
see that.
know
Yes.
in the comments your suggestions. Also, some Bachelor news. Gabby Windey and Alan were spotted on a date the other night in Beverly Hills. What were your thoughts when you saw this?
I wasn't surprised, but at the same time, like, did anyone see them kiss, hold hands? From what I read, they just like went out to eat together. And they're best friends. Like, they've been together this entire time during the tour. I'm personally not convinced that they're a couple. I don't know. What do you think? Do you buy it, Gabby and Alan?
I mean, we went to the Dancing with the Stars live tour last week, and I told you I thought there was some chemistry. We went to the Q&A. I saw the banter, so I do think it is a potential possibility. But I also think that a lot of stuff that happens in the press is just planted and fake. So I would not put it past the PR team to just send them on a date and pretend they're dating, especially with the news of the big Tyra leaving the show this morning. I almost think that,
Yes.
it could be a way to just get the ball rolling and get people talking.
You know what? That is so smart because especially since Gabby posted on her Instagram story, people are calling it like a soft launch. So you can see like Alan's hand with all of like the different food and everything. So I mean, she isn't trying to hide it that hard. So maybe it was kind of a wink, wink, nudge, nudge type of thing. Gabby as host, I'd be kind of into that. I feel like her and Carlton, we already saw it during Dance with the Stars. They have such chemistry.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. We'll be talking about Dancing with the Stars in another panel. But to round up this Bachelor Nation news of the week, I mean, the biggest news is that Charity was announced as the next Bachelorette. Now, she did go on Good Morning America to talk a little bit more about how excited she is for the journey and what fans can expect. She says that she has a few destinations that she kind of tossed or out there to see where she wants to go. She says Greece is one of them. We're kind of going to pull that out of the air, put that out in the air, and hopefully we get to go there. But I'm open to anything with the right person. I think any date will be fun. Maybe some fun things that are off limits. I'm not open to cage swimming with sharks. That's a no, not happening. But anything else I am ready for. So she's putting out Greece, which I think is genius because now that she put it out there on TV, now we all want to see her go to Greece. So that puts more pressure on the producers to make sure she goes there. Was this a smart move by Charity or is she reaching?
No, I don't think it's reaching. They went to a European excursion this season. There's no reason why they can't maybe do a little
Estonia.
island hopping in Greece. I would absolutely love that. I was there maybe about, what's it, 10 years now? 10 years ago now. I feel so old, but it was one of my favorite places I've ever traveled to. And it would be amazing to see it on the Bachelorette screen.
For sure. And she also says with what she's looking for, in quotes, I definitely am looking for someone who is a compassionate person. So someone who is extremely kind and treats others well. I think for me, that's something that I value and have in myself. So I also want that in my partner. But also I love to laugh and have a good time. So a sense of humor, I think that's huge. So anyone who can come out with a good joke or two is a winner. I mean, she's definitely looking for something that we're all looking for. But this definitely sounds like a great guy for Charity. So I'm glad that she has a vision of what she wants because just like putting Greece out there, you got to put your dream man out there. I have a feeling Charity is going to get everything she wants by the end of the summer.
As she should. And definitely sense of humor is number one for me. And I actually saw a Bachelor happy hour. Some of the girls from Zach's season was on there talking about Charity and what they're looking for her too. And they kept going with sense of humor and how funny Charity is. And I feel like we only saw like a little bit of that on Zach's season because I feel like they always have kind of like the token funny girls, which is like Ariel and Gabby, I feel like this season. So I'm excited to see on the Bachelorette. She has her whole season, and just getting to know more about Charity and seeing all those different sides to her that all of her friends from Zach's season said. But I just wish we got to maybe even see that a little bit more.
Yeah, and I'm sure we will. I'm sure we'll see her shine as the Bachelorette. So we're super excited for her. We think she's going to do a great job. Filming is happening. It looks like there is a little date happening in San Diego in the next couple of weeks. So I know a lot of
Ooh,
Bachelor people are going to sign up for that. Maybe we'll take a road trip down, crash the season, get all the tea.
that'd be so much
But we
fun.
do
Yes.
have, I know, we do have a couple more episodes of The Bachelor. We're down to our final
Mhm.
three. I feel like we kind of know how this is going to end, but sex week, as Jesse Palmer said, seems a little crazy. What are your predictions for next week?
I am so excited for Fantasy Suites because I feel like I've been like craving this type of drama all season. And so we're finally getting it, I hope. And I think he's going to end up with Katie. And I actually don't think he's going to end up on the final day with just Katie. And it's going to be more about trying to win her back with the drama that happened on Fantasy Suites. That's my prediction. What about you?
Absolutely. I think that he's going to have to do some damage control from what we saw in the teaser. I mean, it seems like Katie is his number one. They looked really good together during their hometown when he was helping her around the apartment. Like, it just seems like they have it in the bag. So hopefully he doesn't fumble it
Mhm.
and do something crazy with Ariel. But I kind of think after last week, Gabby's out of the equation. I feel like her connection has really fell behind. So I think it's
I
really,
agree.
managing Ariel and Katie that he's going to have to figure out. And I'm just so excited to see how this all ends and see if there really is an engagement.
And we definitely see the fallout with Gabby on the teasers, and it does make me really worried for her. I think we're gonna, in my personal opinion, I think we're gonna have a breakup right after Fantasy Suites, right before the final rose ceremony. And again, I just don't think Gabby will make it there because of what you said, kind of that pining relationship. I've seen that too.
Yeah. I mean, we usually see drama happen in the final three. I mean, with Clayton's season, it was like this whole fallout with Rachel and Gabby. Even the breakups of Rachel and Gabby's season were huge when it came time for
Mhm.
Avon and Jason and Johnny. Like, it's usually that's where it gets so intense. So the ending is going to be absolutely crazy. And we want to hear from you guys. We want to know what your predictions are for the final three of Zach's season and your thoughts on this week's Bachelor Nation topics. Let us know in the comments and do not forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you're always up to date with all things Bachelor Nation. I'm your host, Zachary Reality. You can follow me on my socials on the screen right now, joined with my co host.
Kayla Galloway and my social media handles are on the screen as well.
Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Yeah.